right, let's get ourselves ready to give a client session with the C128 tuning fork protocol. So pick a person, a family member, a friend, someone that you feel comfortable with to receive this tuning fork session from you as you follow along with me in this video. Before we invite the other person into the space, let's make sure that we set our space nicely. So you don't need to have a massage table like I have here. You can use a yoga mat on a floor, any comfortable laying down situation that works for you. You can add any extra special touches. I put some rose quartz crystals underneath the table here, and have your C128 tuning fork ready, as well as the C and G. And anytime before we begin any session, we want to make sure that our energy is grounded and ready to give. So let's go ahead and take 3 deep breaths together, and we'll use our arms here. So we'll inhale deeply up, and then we'll exhale, sweep it away. Inhale. Exhale. One more like that. Inhale deeply. Exhale as slow as possible. Take a moment here. Feel your feet rooted in the ground. And now that we are ready, we can start our session. Even though you know the person you're giving the session to right now, at any time for any session, if you're going to be making physical contact, you want to get the other person's permission and make sure that's okay. So, John, I'm going to be tuning your head, your sternum. I'll tune your abdomen, stomach area, your hip points, your legs, and your feet. Is that okay with you?
Totally okay.
All right. You know, some people might not want their feet touched. Maybe they have a certain issue somewhere on their body to be aware of. The hip points might also be a sensitive area. So you just want to let them know that where you'll be tuning them, get their permission. And of course, as always, it's all very appropriate. We are here for healing. Okay. For this first video, we're going to start with the receiving person laying on their back. Are you comfortable? Do you need anything?
I'm very comfortable, thank you.
I always get really cold, so I want to make sure I have a blanket when someone's working on me. So just check in with your partner. Is there any specific injury or tension that you're working with?
It's a great question, thank you for asking. You know, I'm always tight in my legs, being an athlete and having a physical lifestyle. So my legs and my lower back.
Okay, so you can ask this to your partner in advance. In level 2, we'll talk more about intake forms for one-on-one sessions, or you can just let your intuition guide you. So for this video, you will be working with your partner, and I will be working with John. I will keep my talking to a minimum, just a little bit of guidance and reminders, but we're both going to be tuning at the same time. All right. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And just know that this session is specifically for you, for your highest well-being and optimal health. And everything is out of love and positivity. So just allow yourself to receive. Go ahead and tell your partner a similar message or intention. And we'll get started by having our partner listen to the C and G. I'm going to activate them right here on my knee, I'll start out to the sides and I'll gently bring them in. When I get about 2 inches away from the ears, I'll stop there. We'll keep the forks here for about 1.5 minutes. Whether they hear the sound or not might vary depending on how hard you activated the fork, the quality of their hearing, and the distance from the ears. But we want to be certain that the sound completely rings out. So 1.5 minutes is a good spot. We'll gently pull the forks away, and then we'll switch which fork is in which hand one more time. Keep your intention of love and light flowing through you. You can just gently place these to the side. And then we will grab our Auto C128. And I love to start with the sternum here. So we'll activate the fork using the heel of the hand. The other hand comes onto the person's body and placing the fork on the sternum. Keep breathing deeply. And stay a couple extra seconds longer than you think to let that vibration come to a complete stop. And we'll come back over to the top of the head. I'm going to do right where the hairline is, the forehead and the rest of the head meet. Again, I'll keep my hand nearby. And I'm going to do right at the top of the head. You can check in with your partner and ask how the pressure is of the fork. How's the pressure?
It's delightful.
Good.
Thank you so much.
They might let you know that you're pushing too hard or you can have more pressure. So welcome the feedback in this session. From here, we're going to tune the third eye. It can be nice to place the hand where you're about to tune. And I started with the sternum because that's a very welcoming place to start. Starting with the third eye can be very intense. So the sternum and the skull is a little bit of a warm-up to get to this spot of the third eye. Now we're going to come to the collarbones, and it's okay to use one hand to feel where you're going to tune first, just slightly. So we're going to tune kind of right here where the collarbone comes towards the center of the throat area. Again, I put my finger there first. Then I'll place the fork. And as I'm tuning, my hand that's tuning, it's not weighing down on the person's body. Just the tuning fork is touching, and this other hand is just gently supporting. And then we'll do the other side of the collarbone. And of course, you're working with a family or a friend, so there's a sense of comfortability right now, but you want to be aware of where the other hand is placed on the body. So the arm could be a very safe place if it feels okay near the belly or the ribs. You really follow your intuition here about where that support can go, and you just send love through that hand as well. We're going to do the sternum one more time here, so go ahead and activate and tune the sternum. I do want to show you that you also can double tune eventually. If you'd like to get another tuning fork, this is a G fork I have, and I'm just going to double tune John's collarbones, but you can tune the sternum.
The double tuning is so great.
Now we'll go over to the shoulder, so you can feel where the bone is near the shoulder, and it could be anywhere in this area. You don't have to get super specific. Again, use your intuition. So I might do the top right here or the side. I'm going to do the top of John's shoulder right here. So my other hand is supporting. Now, John is very relaxed. If you're working with someone and they might need a little more encouragement to relax, you can suggest that they really focus on the sensation of the vibrations, allow their mind to feel that part of the body that is being tuned. We'll go ahead and do the other side, just right here at the top of the shoulder. Going to do the abdomen as well. This is going to feel a little different because we're tuning on soft tissue, but it's really good for digestion. It's also really good for the vagus nerve, which goes from the brain to all these organs, to the gut. So just about on either side of the belly button, we'll do 2 tunings. And I have a really gentle touch here. I'm not putting a lot of pressure down. If you're not sure about your pressure, check in with your partner. How's the pressure?
I'm so happy that I'm in the laying down position right now.
Again, staying longer than you might think. Just let the vibration completely stop. Sometimes it's not so easy to tell, so just err on the side of staying longer. And we'll tune the other side of the abdomen. Holding your intention of love, of healing. Now we'll move on to the front of the hip points. So for some people it might be very easy to find, and again you might just need to gently use the hand to find that hip bone as it is where it is most prominent. Activate. Notice your level of activation as well. So remember, sometimes we can activate it too much. It makes that ding sound, and that's okay. You still use that. It's a great activation. Maybe go a little softer next time. If you notice the fork is ringing out very fast, maybe you need a stronger activation. And we'll go to the other side. Into the light for the highest good. From here, we're going to move towards the feet and then work our way back up the legs. This is one of my favorite places to get tuned. We're going to tune on the sole of the foot, just below the ball of the foot, towards the inner part of the foot. There is the kidney meridian called bubbling wells. So it's a soft tissue part. We're not tuning the bone, and it's going directly to the kidneys. So allow that energy to be felt. I'm going to activate, and I'll take the fork below the ball of the foot. And my hand is supporting the foot here. And sometimes, if this is your first time doing it, you might be wondering, am I doing it right? Is this the right spot? Does it feel good? Let go of any of that. You're doing great. And if you're not sure if you're holding the fork there long enough, you can always ask your partner as well. You can say, do you still feel the vibration, John?
I think my entire body's vibrating right
So
now.
he can't tell.
And I'm having an experience on camera.
Or if you are the recipient, feel free to give your feedback. If you want that fork held there a little bit longer, go ahead and ask. This is more of a practice session than a totally receiving, right? You can do this again afterwards without following along. Now we'll go to the other foot. So same spot, just below the ball of the foot, towards the inside. Putting my hand on the foot. It just feels really supportive and caring. It also helps you to feel the vibration as well. Tune into the energy. I'm going to tune the top of the toe. And if you're doing a group session, you can tune the participants in one spot on their body. And that could be something to do first thing as they all lay down, depending on the size of the group, or during the silence at the end of the sound bath. So you might tune everyone's sternum, just one tuning per person. And if you do that, you always let people know that they're going to be tuned on the body. Can give them an option to opt out in a private way. Let's do the other toe. For example, if you plan on tuning everyone's sternum as they're laying down, you can say, please raise an arm if you would not like me to tune your sternum. Respecting everybody's space. We're going to do this ankle bone right here. And you'll notice as you're tuning, some spots you as the tuner feel more strongly. Go to the other ankle. So this protocol, you don't have to follow step by step. You can use your intuition. It's just a place to get started. If you're a masseuse or an acupuncturist, you might have other specific points that you want to try out. And again, always listen to your intuition. It might be different with each individual. Just a couple more spots. We're going to do the shin, and you could spend a lot of time on the shin. You can tune it in 4 different spots all the way up. We're just going to do one spot on the shin. So again, use your hand to feel where the shin is. Activate, place the finger where you're about to tune. Make sure you're breathing. We'll go to the other shin. Again, locate it, activate. Love, love, love. Health, health, health. Keep any mantra in your mind. Or breathe long and deep. Stay present. Now we'll come up to the knee. And again, there's many parts you might tune on the knee. So just find a spot that feels good to you. I'm just going to tune right in the center. You can use visualization, visualizing the vibration going throughout the body with healing energy. Go to the next knee. You might take a moment to follow your intuition and tune another spot one more time. Sometimes it's nice to go back to the sternum, maybe a different location, a little bit lower, sort of unifying the energy towards the heart center. So right now I'm tuning right at the base of the sternum. You might choose to tune the third eye again, the top of the head. Allow for a brief shavasana here. Just holding the space. You might even choose to make this a 5 or 10 minute shavasana, depending on the energy. It can be really nice to stay here for a little bit longer, let the energy settle, and take that time to really rest and indulge in everything that just happened. And then we'll see you in the next video to tune the back of the body.